welcome to yet another exciting episode of Smell the Coffee on Thursday, the 11th of May. I am Diana Master alongside Glenora Shipura. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. You seem bright. You are not so happy in the morning.
I still am not, but we fake it till we make it.
Well, you're looking very pretty, as I said before, in pink.
Thank
Pink is your
you.
color. I think you should buy more pink dresses.
Thank you. Dresses.
Or what? You don't want to wear dresses?
No, I do love wearing dresses, actually.
Yeah, you actually look very nice in dresses. I've actually realized you wear more dresses than any of the female
I
presenters,
don't
I
like
think.
pants. For some reason, I don't like jeans. I was having a conversation with my baby moms, and she was saying, you don't wear jeans a lot. I was like, I own like 3 pairs of jeans.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
I see.
It's either skirts or dresses, not because I'm conservative like that. Most of my skirts are actually micro mini skirts.
Ooh, nice. Show them legs.
Girl.
Serving legs.
I always say my legs are Zimbabwe's national treasure. So
Oh, we gotta get them insured and
we gotta
all
get
that.
them insured. We gotta do all of that. So today we want to talk about, toxicity in the workplace.
Yes.
Have you ever experienced toxicity in the workplace?
I think, yes. I think if you're a young adult, you might have encountered one or two. I think if you've done like a few whatever jobs. I know you mentioned some productions that you're on that were really hella toxic.
Peak toxic.
You mentioned one where you were on a film production, and they were telling you guys to recycle your foam cups, which is,
In COVID times. And then you also just get people that don't do their work, right? Like you find that, especially now with Gen Z, we're very outspoken and we are very much winners of that is not my job.
Yes, exactly.
So, but then being an African as well, being raised in an African household, you're taught to respect your elders. But what happens when your elders aren't respecting you, especially in the workplace, right?
Yeah.
Like they tell you, you have to do someone else's job. And then when you don't do it, it's why didn't you do it like this? And it's like, I'm sorry, but that's not my job. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like situations like that, where you are basically caught in the middle. You're caught trying to help, and then it turns out, oh, you're helping incorrectly. But I'm helping you do your
Again,
job.
it goes back to the broader scheme, which is the toxic workplace. Like there's obviously something wrong with communication.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a structural misgap.
Yeah.
People don't know what they're supposed to do.
There's miscommunication.
Yes.
People are taking on way more than they're supposed to. Yeah.
Exactly. So then everybody is now
Stressed.
shifting blame. And if I don't want to be in the wrong again, so I'm gonna like blame Diana for my mistakes. And but it really comes down to the overall. If you are creating a toxic workplace, the workflow is gonna suffer for that.
Definitely. Not
Definitely,
even just
yes.
the workflow, just the employees themselves are definitely going to suffer. And, people tend to, people are not going to do their jobs properly. It's just going to be a vicious cycle.
Yeah. I don't want to get into work and feel tense.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to work and I
have to face Glenora again today. You have
Exactly.
to mentally psych yourself up like, okay, you know what? Today I'm going to meet Glenora. Today I'm going to have to deal with Glenora. You don't want to have a situation like that. People want to enjoy doing their jobs and doing their work.
And a happy employee is a very productive employee.
True.
That's
actually
one thing
very
people
true.
don't get.
That is actually very
If you
true.
take care of your people, they'll take care of your business. Don't worry about how they do whatever.
I like how,
Take care of them.
I like how you said take care
Of your people.
Of your people. In one of our stories after the break, a hotel manager took taking care of his guests to another level. But we'll be back right after this short break.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
One thing about us here on Smell the Coffee, we love to bring you some bizarre news. Starting us off, no sucking way. A man wakes up to hotel manager sucking his toes. Strange things are happening in planes and hotels, and it seems you can never be too safe. Take, for example, Pete Brennan from Texas, who stayed in a hotel while on a business trip to Nashville, Tennessee. What could possibly go wrong, right? Well, Brennan had a rather rude awakening. He woke up in the middle of the night to find the Hilton manager, David Neal, casually sucking his toes. The hotel manager said he entered the hotel guest's room because he smelt smoke and was worried about his welfare. However, there were no reports of smoke from any employees or guests, and Neal never filed a report himself. The police did not fall for Neal's story. Neal has been arrested and charged with aggravated burglary and assault, with bail set at $27,000 US.
What? What?
Yeah.
This happened at the Hilton.
At the Hilton.
Wow. Wow. It's not like some dingy motel somewhere.
No.
Like a guest house.
No.
Or, wow.
This is Hilton.
So he has
Hotel.
a thing for...
He has a toe fetish.
Yeah,
and
toe
apparently
fetish,
they call it shrimping.
That's what it's called.
That is
Wow,
the
okay.
term for it. They call it shrimping.
I think modern day society, I'm feeling like we don't have enough problems, because now we're starting to add problems to our lives. Like what? You have a job, a good, stable, secure job, and you're jeopardizing it because...
Like, for what?
I just gotta lick your toes.
But
I had to lick.
How had he seen his toes? Like, did he see him at the hotel
At the pool, yes.
And he was like, those are some nice toes. I am so confused. I am disturbed. Imagine you wake up to this weird sensation. And that time in your mind, you're like, you know what? It's probably bed bugs or something. It's a whole grown man with your toes in his mouth.
I just can't. I really just can't. It's the weirdest, bizarre thing to happen. Like, do you go, what the heck? Or, ooh. Like,
yeah.
What's the reaction there? Yeah.
And he's also being charged for sexual assault, because that does
is.
count as sexual assault. But anyway, moving over to some less bizarre news.
Yeah, well, moving over to some less bizarre news. I don't know if you believe in miracles.
Definitely.
You do?
I am a miracle myself.
Oh, wow. Well, in our next story, this is nothing short of a miracle. 2 floating babies survived on Lake Kivu. 2 babies have been rescued floating near the shores of Lake Kivu days after floods killed more than 400 people in East Democratic Republic of Congo. It is a miracle. We were all amazed. Local community leader Delphin Birimbi told the BBC. Now their parents have died, but the community is in touch with people who can raise them. Mr. Birimbi adds, it is not clear how the babies survived 3 days in the lake, but onlookers say they were floating on debris. The babies were rescued on Monday, one in Bushushu and the other in New Kambuki, the 2 villages worst hit by the floods, which struck last week, Mr. Mbirimbi says.
These kids are destined for greatness.
Wow.
These children are destined for greatness. They're meant to do amazing things in this world. There was a reason they were saved.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, 400 people were killed.
Yes, including their parents.
And they survived for 3 days. On the lake.
It's just like the baby that survived the Syria earthquake, the Syria-Turkey earthquake, and the hospital director found the baby and was going to take care of the baby, but then the baby's relatives came and they were like, okay, you know what, we'll take care of the baby. It's exactly
They're
that.
destined for greatness.
They're destined for greatness. It's just that, like, if I could talk to these kids, I'm like, but do you know what you signed up for? Like this life right here.
Do you know, are you sure?
Are you sure? Like, yes, you're destined for greatness, but the things that you're probably going to have to endure.
Are you sure?
Are you certain? But it is a beautiful story.
It is a very beautiful story, because
story
I'm also
Noah.
rethinking, the story of Moses.
Moses,
actually,
not Noah, Moses. Yes, the story
exactly.
of Moses.
It is
Moses and the
modern
floating
day
basket.
with 2 babies. Wow,
Right?
That's amazing. Yeah, but you're right on that whole thing. Are you sure?
Are you sure? But we love to see it, though. You know, in a world that is plagued by violence and so many bad things, it's good to see like a little glimmer of hope. You know,
miracles do exist.
Miracles do exist and miracles do happen. Now, moving over, Nadia Nakai on falling in love. I'm never doing it again. Since the passing of her rapper boyfriend, aka award-winning rapper and reality TV star, Nadia Nakai has been vocal about how deeply she has been hurt. Almost 3 months since his tragic killing in Durban, Nakai tweeted, "I've been so unlucky with love. I'm never doing it again."
Well, I mean, in her case, I really understand where she's coming from. Like, to have somebody that you love taken away from you in such a manner, like
such a violent
manner. It was so gruesome. Like, I saw the video and I was really deeply disturbed for days after that. And I can't imagine how I'm the one who loves this. Yes, exactly. How she's
and she actually said it would have been easier if she didn't love him.
Yeah.
And I really understand. Aina and I always talk about how we would be inconsolable if our significant others died.
Yeah.
Like, I think once I find that person and I'm so in love, if God forbid they were to die before me, I would be inconsolable.
Yeah.
That's
actually one of my worst fears.
Yeah.
To love someone so much and then they die.
And then they die.
Yeah.
Would you rather they die first or you die first?
No, I would rather go first.
You'd rather go
I
first.
would not want to endure that. Like,
that pain.
Yeah, I would not want
and
that.
with both of us, we have lost our fathers, and our
Yes.
fathers were very important figures in our lives. And just that pain
alone, I'm really after going through that grief. I'm just like, wow, I don't know if I can take it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's wrap
moving
it up.
on to some really good news. A high court in Malawi has directed the Ministry of Education to allow students with dreadlocks to be enrolled in public schools in the country. Now, the court on Monday further ordered the ministry to issue a circular by June 30th announcing the removal of restrictions barring Rastafarian learners from attending public schools. This is good news.
It is good news. Because that is the fact that they were denying Rastafarian kids access to education.
It's just so wrong.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, these
You're
things are
infringing on their
happening
human
everywhere.
rights.
Even here in the maybe I'm not going to say which schools or wherever, but I've heard parents complain that my kid has dreads and they were kicked out of school. Only when we raised the complaint did they, bring them back in school, whatever. But it should never be a conversation.
It should never be a conversation. But in a way, right, I know it's going to be a little controversial, but in a way, I understand where the schools are coming from. Because at our school, right, they allowed dreadlocks.
That's great.
They allowed them. But then you would find that there are some people that don't take care of their hair. So now it's looking dirty. You have blankets and stuff in the hair. Like, it's not being well kept.
Oh, I almost defended it because Rastafarianism is about living as close to natural as possible. So maybe uncombed hair might look untidy to someone, but that's,
That's their culture.
Exactly.
That's their culture.
Yeah.
So it's I guess in a way they could basically meet halfway where it's like, you know what, just tie them up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just tie them up, make them look neat.
Yeah.
That's it. Because at the end of the day, I don't see how this is negatively affecting the school.
Exactly. How does it
or other
affect my
people's-
studying or any other kids,
So it's good that they actually decided to grant them the case and allow them access to education, because that was an infringement of their basic human rights.
It is.
Yeah. But after the break, we're going to be talking about Mother's Day, and we have a very special guest in studio today. Stick around. We'll be back after this short break.
To another exciting episode of Pirongo Talk.
Jou liefst weer en vertel ook vir julle waar die vis heel moontlik kan byt.
Now it's almost time for Mother's Day on Sunday, and we have Selma in studio today to talk to us about a special event. So tell us, first of all, thank you for joining me in studio today.
No, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. So tell us about the event. What is the event?
Okay, so in celebration of Mother's Day coming up, there was no better time to celebrate mothers. So we have a Mom's Day off created for Saturday, and we will basically be celebrating all the mother figures.
I love that. Mothers are very important in our lives. They shape us, they make us who we are, basically. Yes. So who should be attending the event? Obviously, the mothers, our daughters, i.e. me, also allowed to attend. Is it open to everyone?
Well, it's open to all the mother figures. Dynamics are very much different. I mean, being a mother doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have biologically have given birth to the child.
Yes.
So all the mother figures, be it guardians, stepmothers, adopted or moms who have adopted kids. So basically we're looking at all mom figures, and the idea around the day is really to have all the mom figures under one roof and have discussions around, conversation around motherhood, topics that really matter most, be it mental health, financial well-being, nutrition, and yeah, pretty much everything around the conversation of motherhood.
And it's great that you're having such an event, because as mothers, they're taught to be strong. They're taught not to really let out what's bothering them. They are supposed to be the strong ones, you know, and take care of everyone. But who's taking care of them? When you say under one roof, where exactly is the event going to be taking place?
So the event is taking place at a secret location.
Ooh!
you needed to have cracked the code in order to find the location.
Whoa, that is smart. That is something completely different. And tell us, why is it important to celebrate mothers?
You know, I feel that as moms, we are such a forgotten community.
Definitely,
and we don't realize how, as mothers, we are the caregivers, we are the backbones, we are the nurturers. And most of the time, or ideally, like, you know, raising kids, you become their first role model. Like, you look up to them. So it's so important to celebrate not only them being the caregivers, but really just celebrate them as women. I mean, we speak about, you know, empowering the next girl child. We speak about empowering women, but truly, where's the mothers in all of this?
Definitely, yes.
And because we are seen to be the fixers, naturally, society expects us to show up and sort of to just be.
Yes.
But I think it's just so important that we are celebrated and we are taken care of also, because I mean it takes a village to raise the children, and raise the village for the mothers.
Yes, where is the village for the mothers? And as a daughter, I have to say, I'm so used to my mom just being there.
Yeah.
So recently she traveled and she's been away for like 3 weeks, and it's been the hardest 3 weeks of my life. So I realize now we tend to take advantage of the fact that our mothers are always going to be there.
Around, yes.
And being this grown and still having a mother to take care of you, that is a blessing within itself. So Stacey Pinto is your key speaker. What will the focus of her conversation be?
Yes, Stacey is one of our seasoned speakers at the event. The theme around the event is mothering with a purpose. Stacey also helps women find their purpose. So there was no better speaker to have on board to engage the mothers and also just basically cover the topic of what it is to mother with a purpose. Our keynote speaker is coming in from South Africa, Mpumi Ledwaba.
Wow.
Yes.
I love this. So, of course, Mother's Day is on Sunday. When is the event taking place? Is it on Sunday as well?
The event is taking place the day before Mother's Day on a Saturday. It's going to be a half-day event where we're literally just going to spend the afternoon as mothers and just celebrate the journey of motherhood.
Mothers are awesome. Mothers are amazing. So what are the costs and where can we get the tickets?
Unfortunately, we are sold out. The tickets were available on WebTicket and also at Karibu Flowers. And the tickets were $850, but unfortunately, like I mentioned,
they're sold out.
Sold out.
You snooze, you lose. But I trust that maybe you're going to have little clips and snippets for us to see, and, you know, for people who weren't able to attend the event, to just get like a brief
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
with today's world of social media,
Yes.
we are going to have snips here and there,
Mm-hmm.
but unfortunately, it will not be live streamed. But after the event, we will be able to show snips,
Clips,
yes,
yes.
and during the event.
Do you think you're going to do it again next year?
Definitely, we are looking at having it as an annual event.
Oh.
So if not this year again, maybe the second half of the year, definitely again next year.
So you heard for yourself. You better get on those tickets the next time they are available. Thank you so much for joining me today, Salma, and for helping us celebrate mothers.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Now, after the break, we have our Talk of the Town segment. But before that, you stand a chance to win an all-expense-paid trip for 2 people to the Rugby World Cup in France and join Namibia in the opening match against Italy on the 9th of September 2023. We will be back with our Talk of the Town segment where Kavango West Councillor Joseph Shikongo expressed concern over the lack of knowledgeable employees as well as the lack of resources such as transportation for the employees of the Ministry of Environment, Tourism and Forestry. We'll be right back.
Advocating is that we do not want people to work in the ministry if they really don't know how things happen. They must, or what to do. And also what I also want to tell is that at the region community minister community, ED, our staff members there do not have transports. For Kahenge office, they only have 1 Land Cruiser. And if these Land Cruisers are at the garage, then even if you call them, they won't travel. They ask Rundu, Rundu will say, we also have few transport. I think transport is the most thing that the ministry need to procure. For us really, if our staff member are to be seen running. Otherwise, this is just to say we came so that we can add value to these discussions and we change these policies. As Fidel Castro have a statement to say, the most important thing is to solve the people's problem, not only wildlife. Bible says this wildlife were created. It's the human being who have to control them, but not wildlife to control us, because they are not the one who created us. But we were created in the image of God, but not wildlife. Thank you.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
To another exciting episode of Irongo Talk. Review jou
Dis die weer en vertel ook vir julle waar die vis heel moontlik kan byt.
Well, that was quite a beautiful episode.
An exciting episode, actually. I had so much fun. I mean, spending time with you, it's just like, you know, I'm here with my friend and we're doing this thing. Yeah, exactly.
I also enjoyed spending time with you. Of course, I'm more excited for Saturday's episode of Smell the Coffee because we are going to be talking everything to do with mothers, and we actually have a special guest for Saturday's episode.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I like the theme around it.
Do you know who it is? Who the special guest is?
No, I don't know who the special guest is, but I like the theme. Yolanda told me about it. So I'm super excited. I can't wait. Obviously, we're just going to be watching the other side, but I know you're going to be there.
Yes.
And I know, now I have an idea who the special guest is.
You have an idea who the special guest is.
Oh, okay. I'm excited.
You really definitely don't want to miss Saturday's episode of Smell the Coffee. Actually, you don't want to miss any episodes of Smell the Coffee because, I mean, where are you going to find such vibrant characters to bring you some odd news, I would say.
Yeah, some odd news or the latest trendy news. However you want to look at it.
But that is it for today's episode. It's all our love, all our light, and adios.